Good morning, everybody. We will wait some minutes for the people who is joining. Good morning. We are giving some minutes for the people who are joining to the webinar. We are going to start in 1 minute more. Okay, I think we are ready to start. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We are excited to have you here in this webinar. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. This webinar is being recorded and it will be shared with you with a follow-up email. Also, if you have any further questions, you will be able to ask through that communication that you will receive from me. For those who may not know me, my name is Melania Lopez Videla. I am the Commercial Director at Mon Group. I'm so glad to be here today to speak about a crucial topic in the mining industry, the soft landing for mining companies. We all know the importance of expanding the business in different countries, and Argentina has become an interesting market for mining companies and doing business with. So, first, who we are. Mon Group is an international consulting and legal firm with our own offices in all the Americas, including Canada and the US, except for Venezuela and Central America. We offer a wide range of services focused in different industries. Mon Group has more than 40 years in the market with the only purpose to find the best solutions for you to expand your business. In other words, we take you by the hand with all the processes so you can focus on the core of your business. Mon Group offers legal services. Here we have lawyers specialized in the main areas of the economy: natural resources, national and international trade and investment, mining, environment, water rights, tax, migration, labor, etc. We also offer hosting services, or internationally called corporate services, that includes legal representation, registered address, accounting services, and other on-demand services, such as brand services, back office, payroll, along with other ones. So, why doing business in Argentina? The Republic of Argentina is located in South America. Argentina is the second largest economy in South America and is part of the G20, with a mainland area covering almost 2.7 million square kilometers. Argentina is known for its vast natural resources and highly diversified economy. The country is divided into 23 provinces by the autonomous city of Buenos Aires. Provinces have their own constitutions and executive, legislative, and justice branches of government. In addition, each provinces that I say there are 23 plus the autonomous city of Buenos Aires are divided in administrative units that we call municipalidades, which are non-autonomous, but they have their own budgets and administrative structures. So you can see here some demographics. In terms of population, there are around 46 million inhabitants in the country, and around 10 people living per kilometer square. The language is Spanish. But let's talk about the industry highlights. Energy and resources. Argentina doesn't need to buy crude oil from other countries because it has enough for its own, but it relies on imports or natural gas and oil products that people use every day. The country's oil and gas industry is growing because of a special kind of oil called unconventional hydrocarbons, found in a place called Vaca Muerta in Neuquén province. Mining is also getting bigger in Argentina. Last year, it sold about $4 billion worth of minerals like gold, silver, copper, lithium, potassium, to places like Switzerland, the USA, Canada, and Japan. There are a lot of valuable minerals under the ground in Argentina, but they need better machines and factories to get them out efficiently. Today, lithium is one of the subsectors with the greatest potential and has been a recent focus of foreign investments. Argentina holds the second largest lithium resources worldwide and is the fourth largest producer. Argentina, together with Bolivia and Chile, sit atop of the so-called lithium triangle, a region containing more than 65% of the world's lithium reserves. Agribusiness. Argentina has become a regional top global grain and food player, ranking among the world's largest producers of soybean, maize, wheat, sunflowers, beef, and poultry meat. The agribusiness sector plays a significant role in Argentine economy and is the country's main exporter and generator of foreign currency. The other sector very interested for this country is the technology. Argentina has become a regional technology hub. One of the best aspects about the country is the skilled workers who are good with technology and the level of English. Many of them start working even before finishing school. Also, a lot of people in the country like trying new things, especially new technology, will make Argentina a good place to test out new ideas before selling them worldwide. Plus, this sector gets some special financial and legal benefits. So let's start talking about the business structure. The most commonly used investment way for non-resident individuals and foreign companies are corporations, sociedad anónima, limited liability company o sociedad de responsabilidad limitada, single owner corporation, sociedad autónoma unipersonal, simplified share company, sociedad por acciones simplificadas o SAS, and other ones, right? Like a branch of foreign companies that we call sucursales, partnership, sociedades colectivas, joint ventures, uniones transitorias de empresas, cooperating groups, agrupaciones de colaboración, cooperating consortium agreement, consorcios de cooperación, trust, that we call fideicomisos. Well, investors can structure different vehicles permitted under the local corporate law. Foreign investors are usually recommended to incorporate as corporations, Sociedad Anónima or SA, as you see on your screen. Or limited liability companies that we call Sociedad de Responsabilidad Limitada or SRL. These two are the traditional ways to incorporate a company in Argentina. Sociedad por Acciones Simplificadas, or SAS, an entity introduced in 2017, is meant to be for entrepreneur people. It has also proven to be useful for foreign investment. However, this type of form of a company is under current review and is not the most frequent way used at this moment. No matter what kind of legal form a company chooses, if any of its owners is a foreign company, they have to register first with the right business authority to prove they have set up the company correctly following their own country's law. This could take 6 months, so you have to consider this in your business plan. So probably it depends on the purpose and all the time frame that you have, and will be better for you to form a company with individuals that it takes no more than a month. The most common way to incorporate, as I said, is a SA, in which if foreign business associations hold shares in a corporation set up in Argentina, they must previously file their articles of incorporation by bylaws with the public register and provide evidence that these companies are doing material business abroad. Shareholders must hold at least one regular meeting every year for the main purpose of providing financial statements, distributing profits, and designating directors and auditors. The shareholders meeting designates a board of directors or a yearly basis, constituting one or more person. A majority of the directors must be Argentine residents. The Sociedad de Responsabilidad Limitada, SRL, members limit their liability to the part value of the quotas that they agreed to subscribe to. Quota transfers should be registered with the public registry. The number of quota holders should be at least 2 and shall not exceed 50. Foreign individuals and entities may be registered as partners. In terms of tax treatment, there are no differences based on the type of company. They are all taxed as corporation. Well, tax system. Tax Tax, I think, in all the countries is a complicated subject. In Mon Group, we have experts in tax. So if you have any question, a specific question for your case, we are happy to arrange a meeting with you. I will provide you a very general information here in this webinar. But at the end, you will see my contact information and we can arrange the meeting with the professional who take care of this matter. The Argentine tax system is based on the principle of self-assessment. The federal tax laws require taxpayers to file annual or monthly returns to report their taxable income to determine their tax liability. Deduct any taxes withheld or paid in advance and pay any balance due. The corporate income tax return must be filed within 5 months after the end of the company's fiscal year. Well, the corporate income tax in Argentina applies to companies operating within the country. If a company is based in Argentina, its profits are taxed at a maximum rate of 35%, regardless of whether it's local company, a subsidiary, or foreign one. For Argentine companies, all income worldwide is taxable, including earnings from foreign branches and subsidiaries, except when those subsidiaries are in countries that don't cooperate with tax regulations, in which case the Argentine company is taxed on the subsidiary's income regardless of dividends. Companies formed under Argentine law or foreign entities with permanent establishments in Argentina are considered resident companies and need to keep separate financial records. Capital gains from companies' assets are taxed at the same rate as regular income, and losses can be offset in previous year, but can be carried forward up to 5 years. Companies formed under Argentine law, as well as commercial, industrial, agricultural, mining, and other type of permanent establishment of foreign entities are considered to be resident companies for the purpose of taxation. Non-resident companies, the foreign companies, are taxed only on income generated in Argentina. They are generally imposed withholding tax at different rates depending on the nature and origin of income. Well, income tax, we call in Argentina impuesto a las ganancias. We have here an example with 2023 information. Business income includes income from sales of goods, depreciable assets, shares, or real estate. Income from dividends other than from resident companies, interest, royalties, and fees, and foreign exchange gains. The only type of business income for which the law exclusively defines gross profit is that derived from the sales of inventory. It is defined as a net sales less the cost of acquisition or production. Legal entities residing in Argentina are subject to tax on this country and foreign source income, and they're able to claim any similar taxes actually paid abroad or foreign source income as a tax credit. The same rate applies to net taxable Argentine source benefit profits and to profits from business activities performed abroad by branches of foreign entities. Here you can see in this chart that the amount is applied for a progressive scale. So there are local and provinces taxes as well. For example, we have 3 here listed: the turnover tax. Local governments impose tax on the turnover, so revenues of business. Tax rates vary depending on the type of activity and provinces. Remember that we have 24 provinces. Farming and cattle raising, mining, and other primary activities are taxed at 1%. Industrial activities, for example, is at 1.5%. Commerce and services in general, 3% to 4%, depending. And financial and intermediary activities and for 5.5%. The rates are applied to the total amount of gross receipts accumulated in the calendar year. Exports of goods are tax exempt. Stamp duty o impuesto de sellos. All includes all types of contracts, deeds, invoices confirmed by the debtor, promissory notes, and negotiable instruments. In general, the taxable basis is the economic value of the agreement. In general, the applicable rate is 1%, although it can vary depending on the type of deed or the legislation of the province imposing this tax. Also, we have the real estate taxes. Local governments assess the value of the local real estate and impose a progressive real estate tax on the values. The progressive rate runs from 0.2% to 1.5%. Okay, so Argentina offers various investment incentives to attract foreign and domestic investors. These include tax breaks, subsidies, and preferential access to credit for sectors such as renewable energy, mining, and technology. The government has established free trade zones and special economic areas with reduced tax rates and cost benefits. Additionally, Argentina provides incentives for research and development activities and offer investment guarantees to protect foreign investments, promoting a beneficial environment for economic growth and development. I marked in blue the 2 incentives that could be interesting for you in this webinar. However, I wrote the law of each incentive beside the name of the incentive if you want to later review it. One incentive that could be interesting for you is the MIPYME's promotion law. It is a new rule that helps small and medium businesses with taxes. It says that these businesses are defined by the law with special tax rules. For example, they don't have to pay a certain minimum tax. Also, they can use some taxes they pay as a credit against their financial income tax. Of course, it helps them to pay less tax. The rule also lets them delay paying some value-added tax until later. If these businesses have too much tax credit or too much tax to pay, they can adjust it later. The government will make it easier for them to pay taxes and may give them some benefits, especially if they are in certain areas or in industries. if they invest in certain things like equipment or buildings, also they can get tax benefits. But they have to consider if these companies, these PYMEs, MIS companies break any rules, of course they will lose all these benefits. The other incentive is the mining promotion. To qualify for mining promotion in Argentina, entities must either carry out mining activities in the country or establish a presence there in the country for this purpose. The project must be located in provinces that are part of the incentive program. Incentives are provided for various stages of mining, including prospecting, exploration, development, preparation, extraction, and certain mineral processing activities. Eligible projects receive several tax benefits. For example, tax stability, except for the VAT, that is the value-added tax, and social security conditions. Their overall tax burden cannot increase for 30 years from when feasibility studies are submitted. Special rules for tax deductions and depreciations apply. Royalties, provinces can charge royalties up to 3% of the value of the extracted and transported mineral before any processing occurs. Argentina mining sector is governed by the Mining Invested Law of 1993, which provide 30 years of tax stability, 0% tax on important mining equipment, and other tax incentives. The Foreign Investment Law, also from 1993, ensures equal treatment for foreign and domestic investors. Unique in the lithium triangle, Argentina allows private ownership and development of lithium resources, unlike Chile and Bolivia, which are countries that they have stricter regulations. Argentina offers favorable tax conditions with capped royalties and retains profits promoting mining investments. Despite economic change and reforms by the President Javier Milei aim to boost private investment, including removing the 8% export tax on mining products, the mining sector could considerably increase Argentina's economy, with forecasts predicting substantial increases in lithium and copper exports. Argentina's efforts to join the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiatives signal a commitment to responsible growth. To maximize benefits, Argentina should diversify mine ownership to meet international tax credit requirements, adopt credible economic reforms to ensure stability, and pursue consistent policies to attract and retain long-term investments. As a summary, we have here a chart. And who are the beneficiaries under the Mining Investment Law? Well, the beneficiaries are companies or individuals involved in mining activities such as prospecting, exploration, development, and extraction of minerals, including those that carry out processes like crushing, grinding, smelting, and refining, can also benefit from import and duty exceptions. Companies providing mining services also can qualify. In regards of tax stability, new and expanded mining projects get a 30-year tax stability, as I was mentioned before, meaning that they are protected from new taxes or tax increases after submitting a feasibility report. Just remember that taxes are calculated separately for national, provincial, and municipal levels. About the imports, mining projects are exempt from import duties and other taxes on capital goods, special equipment, and inputs, but require authorization for each item. Additional tax deductions. Up to 100% of the exploration expenses can be deducted from income tax. VAT refund, companies registered under the law and performing mining exploration can get a VAT refund on goods and services. And fourth, accelerated depreciation, companies can choose between the general income regime or a special amortization regime for capital investments, allowing significant amortization of investment in equipment and infrastructure over a few years. Environmental deduction, a mandatory 5% deduction from operating costs for environmental repairs is allowed from income tax. The law set an upper bound of 3% for provincial royalties. Okay, so Argentina has agreements with many other countries to stop people from getting taxed twice. They have double taxation treaties. And here on your screens, you can see the treaty with Canada. If someone would have to pay income tax in both Argentina and another country, they need to see if they can avoid paying twice. That's why we have these kind of treats, the agreements. These agreements also decide where someone is considered to a resident for tax purposes. If you work in one country but live in another, and you are there for less than around 183 days, you may think that might not have to pay taxes in both places. But some rules apply. It's better to check all the agreements, depending where you are located or where is your country you are coming from. If you pay taxes in another country, Argentina might give you credit for it, but only after the amount of tax you would own in Argentina. As this example, Canada and Argentina agreed not to pay taxes, not to tax people, or business twice. This deal covers income tax in Canada and few different taxes in Argentina. If there are new taxes, this deal will cover them too, right? The government will share information continuously on this agreement. There is a link also that I'm sharing with you. You can review if you are a Canadian company or person. Okay, in summary, Argentina offers a wealth of opportunities for mining companies. As you can see, there are very interesting incentives for this sector. By approaching the market with a well-researched strategy, understanding the regulatory landscape, building local partnerships, and adapting to cultural difference, your company can successfully soft land in this promising market. Remember, success in Argentina requires working with a partner, perseverance, and commitment to sustainable and responsible business practices. So thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, you can see here the information of our offices. And also you can contact me directly. As I say at the beginning, I'm going to send you one follow-up email. And if you want to review with more time this presentation, I can share this with you, or we can have a meeting with the tax or corporate experts in Argentina. Thank you very much for your time today.